Why is our weather so unpredictable? Local weather results from global processes, and it all starts with the sun.
I'll hold the sun.
Because of the shape of our planet and the way it tilts on its axis, the sun heats Earth unevenly.
Direct rays hit the equator,
But towards the polar regions, the rays hit at an angle.
so the energy spreads over a bigger area?
These direct concentrated rays make it much hotter here at the equator.
And cooler at the poles.
Right. Warm air at the equator rises, creating an area of low pressure. As it rises, this warm cools, and then
Cool air sinks. So farther north, that cool air must come back down.
yes, and where it comes down, it makes an area of high pressure. These are desert regions. This constant movement of air between low and high pressure regions causes global convection cells.
60 seconds of science.
We can demonstrate a convection current by using this convection apparatus. I've lit the candle under this chimney. The heated air from the candle rises, same as warm air rises from the surface of the Earth. Cold air rushes in to take its place. This cold air is heated, and it rises, allowing more cold air to take its place. Eventually, we set up a circular current. And, if we add smoke, you can actually see the current. Smoke is being carried along in a convection current. If you think of the candle as the sun at the equator, warm air rises, then cools and sinks back down to Earth in the desert regions, while at the equator, more air is warmed and rises.
Back to Earth. Convection currents are pretty straightforward, but because we're dealing with planet Earth, we have to add a spin to it.
Earth's rotation, that must change the convection currents.
It does. We can use this globe to show how the rotation bends or deflects the currents. Try drawing a straight line from the North Pole to the equator.
They all curve the same way.
This is known as the Coriolis effect. It drives the three dominant winds on our planet. The trade winds, the westerlies, and the polar easterlies.
And here at the equator, there aren't any winds?
No. Along the equator, there are no prevailing winds. This is where we find the doldrums. Do you know which winds drive our weather?
Most of our weather systems come from the west, so they must be driven by the winds from the west.
Right, the westerlies. Now, what we've looked at so far is only part of the global weather picture. There are other winds. Jet streams in the upper atmosphere zigzag around the globe at extremely high speeds. They transfer heat from the tropics to the poles.
And cold air from the poles to the tropics?
Exactly. That's a huge system for transferring hot and cold air around the globe.